It is true that when your vision is profound, obstacles shouldn't dictate your direction. Simone Aronje understands this all too well. When she relocated from Gauteng to Limpopo several years ago, she was appalled by the poverty she witnessed there, and she couldn't sit back and do nothing. Simone shocked everyone around her when she sold her car and other luxuries to start an empowerment project that would get children involved in orchestra. As they say, the rest is history. Dreams finally realized. Hard work paying off. Tonight, the Limpopo Youth Orchestra is releasing its first music CD.
To find so many artists to work together and record together at the same time, it was quite a difficult task.
The orchestra consists of disabled and able-bodied youngsters. Most of them come from impoverished families and wouldn't have much to aspire to if it wasn't for the orchestra. It's the brainchild of music teacher Simone Aronje who made selfless decisions to give the children of Limpopo a chance to dream. Simone's journey in music dates back to her days growing up in Bellville South, Cape Town.
I was an organist back then in our church. I also used to sing in the choir in our church, and I also used to be part of the church orchestra.
In the early 80s, Simone moved to Johannesburg, where she met her husband. But things didn't work out. She endured years of physical abuse at the hands of the person she thought would be Prince Charming.
And it took me about 13 years to get out of that abusive marriage and to move away with my boys.
Simone relocated to Giyani in Limpopo to take up a post as a teacher and reflect on her life. But in Limpopo, the mother of two was confronted by a depressing reality.
I was appalled to see the extreme poverty in the rural areas. You know, where young people are exposed, they are bored. There's no activities in the rural areas. There's nothing that gives most of the youth hope.
She couldn't fold her arms and blame others for the situation. Simone believed she could change lives if she tapped into her passion. Her vision was to get young people involved in an orchestra.
To my dismay, everybody laughed at me. They found it absurd that anybody, you know, especially for me being a colored lady, hailing from Cape Town, it's even absurd for me just talking about it.
Simone had to take drastic decisions to prove her critics wrong.
I decided to sell my car, and everything that was what I thought it was a luxury. And we moved into a small little back room with my two boys.
With some of the money she received from the sale of her assets, she started an orchestra at a rural school just outside Polokwane. And then, as luck would have it, she met a potential donor at one of her first concerts, a local leader who had attended.
She said to me directly, I know that it is impossible to do what you want to do, but I'm going to put all my faith in you, that you know, and give some money. And she identified the first rural area in Tabahone.
Finally, a ray of sunshine. Things were starting to happen, and Simone soldiered on. When she was nominated as a finalist for the 2006 ShopRite Women of the Year, more doors opened. 4 years later, she received a major financial boost from the lottery board and several other donors who believed in her vision.
We could now afford to have trained teachers, and what we wanted to do is like to plant development projects in every district.
Today, the Limpopo Youth Orchestra offers its 160 members much more than music.
We also wanted to make sure that our kids, that if you're a member of the orchestra, that you would succeed, you would be successful. So on a Saturday, we hire maths and science teachers who come onto the premises.
It also has a feeding scheme and provides whatever the children and their families need, from school fees and books to uniforms. On the 23rd of March, the Limpopo Youth Orchestra released its first music CD, collaborating with the best in the music industry.
So rena gana mo beng ka mogobeng ka gona a go ntwe ka thibela go rodie selo.
I've learned to accept people for who they are. You know, we play with children from disadvantaged backgrounds. We play with children who are physically disabled, you know, and then it's helped me to be accepting, you know.
There you have it. Send us your feedback. Let us know what you think. Against all odds at enca.com.